All right, it is currently 12:24, and I am headed to work. Wait a minute. Why in the world am I heading to work at this early? I have work at 1 p.m. Why am I going to work so early? Why? It's because, as you've already read the title, I am technically doing double, okay? Technically doing double, okay? I've been working part-time at this job for the past 9 months. And then I have decided, you know what? I can't sit here and complain about my money being so minimal and everything, and just do the bare minimum. I can't accept that, okay? So I've decided I've decided to just go ahead and work an extra shift. I can easily, what I originally was doing if I decided to work an extra shift was for an extra day, just use an extra day, one of my off days for an extra shift. But I like my 3 days off in a row. I like my 3 days off in a row. But what I really need is a minimum of 2. I need a minimum of 2 days, but I decided to go for 3 this time. So now, okay, the main reason why I decided not to work 10-hour days at this warehouse job is because it's so dang physical. Like, it hurts. It hurts. If 5 hours hurts, imagine 10 hours. And then the break situation, we can't have breaks. We can work 6 hours and still not have a break. In certain circumstances, considering I'm part-time and my schedule is only like 5 hours, the average schedule, the average day is 5 hours. I'm fine not working without a break. I'm fine. I just had to make sure I eat before shift, or bring in some snacks or whatever to chomp on during the shift. Like, I'm fine. I'm fine not dealing with the break sometimes. However, 10 hours with no break, I don't know about that. Even though I think I have done it. But that was at my grocery store job. When I worked 10 hours, or probably even 11 hours without a break. But the only reason why I was able to give that grocery store job a pass, working 10 hours without a break, is because the kind of work is different. And besides, I had access to my phone. And then I was able to, catch up on the internet, text or whatever, be on YouTube, listen to music and stuff during the entire time. So, you see, my former job, the grocery store job, they was simply different. The work is different. It's less, physical, but more mental, which I was able to handle more and stuff like that. It was more streamlined. The work was more streamlined. That's essentially, and that's how I was able to work 8 to 10 hours without a break. All right, so now with this job, this is a warehouse job. It's very different. It's going to be very physical, and I'm fine with physical jobs. I've done it before. If anything, I started my very first job, Amazon warehouse. It was I wouldn't say very physical, but it was indeed physical. Okay, there were some indeed very physical departments that I've cross-trained in, but what was that one? I think it was pallet pull or something like that. I don't know. We was pulling pallets from the end of the line to out. I don't know, whatever. I don't know. But I'll have to look at my notes, whatever. But yeah, an Amazon warehouse at the time in 2019, it was my first job. 2019 was a good year for me. It was a good year. 2018 was not a good year. But 2019, to me, was a good year. And that was the start of my redemption era. So, yeah. Anyway, so Amazon warehouse, I did work 10 hours. Sometimes 11 hours. Obviously, yes, considering Amazon warehouse was my very first job, most of my mindset is coming from them. You see, this is why, I lost my job virginity through Amazon. So now my pair bonding is towards Amazon scheduling, or how they do breaks and all that stuff. So an Amazon warehouse, I come in at 7 p.m. I worked overnight. Honestly, I might reconsider working for them again, even though the whole lawsuit thing. But we came into some sort of settlement, so I won't get too much in it. But basically, we came into a settlement. Like no side really won, but we came into a settlement. I think it's not a good idea for me to go back with Amazon, but I am honestly reconsidering in that exact same location. Yeah. But anyways, like I said, an Amazon warehouse, be quiet. Somebody's always getting hurt. But anyways, an Amazon warehouse, I come in at 7 p.m. My first break, I think, was at 9:30. 9:30. Okay, I think it was 9:30. I spent 15 minutes there. That was nice. I got on my phone. And the thing is, Amazon warehouse, we didn't have our phone with us the entire time. So I was cool with it. 6 p.m. All right, this is the average day for Amazon warehouse. 6 p.m. and anything before 7 p.m. But I'm just say 6 p.m. I'm in all of my head watching my Steven Universe, watching my Six Flags Great America POVs and stuff like that. Those breaks from a truck, whatever. Amazon, okay. Listen to all my stuff, whatever, music, Steven Universe movies, Spinell and all that stuff. Roller coaster stuff, Sonic, trains, oh my gosh. 2019 was a good year, don't get me wrong. So yeah, and then 7 p.m. I work. I say hi to my abiotics, lock, firsty, stall, and lock, stall, firsty, and hang for the 4 abiotics. So I do whatever and stuff like that. I put my phone in the locker. I sit there and then, because phones aren't allowed on the floor. So I work, and then 9:30 I work, in the Universal department. Then 9:30 shows up. That's when I decide to. I have no time for Karens now. That's when then 9:30 shows up. It's our break time. 15-minute break. We spend 15-minute break, and then from there, what time is it? Because I gotta head to work soon. All right, I got 5 minutes left. 15-minute break. I'm on my phone, refreshing up and stuff like that, and then we go straight back to work. And then I believe by 10, I think it was probably 10:30. At 10:30, I think that's when our lunch break showed up. 30 minutes. So we spent 30 minutes. That's when I ate my lunch and stuff like that. And then after I think it was at 11 o'clock. I think it was 11 o'clock when we had break. I think it was 11 o'clock. So yeah, after 11, I think it was 11 o'clock. After 11:30, 11 to 11:30, we have our lunch. So once that, we go straight back to work. And then our last break was at 3 o'clock, sometimes 3:15. It depended on the shift, but 3 o'clock we had our last break. Our last break for 15 minutes. In there, you see, we had 1:15, and then 1:15 at the end. That was really great. So that shaped my mind how breaks should work. With this warehouse job, oh my gosh, because the work is so physical, and they're talking about we're not qualified for a break, that didn't rub me the right way. So all this time I've been working without a break. The only time I had a break at this job is when I first got hired. And I think I shouldn't have told the dude who my trainer, the first trainer, he shares the same name. He shares the same name as my former modern father or whatever. But he was just checking it. I come here once a year and blah blah blah. I'm like, this is my 9 months. I've been there for 9 months, and I was in your classroom. And then he's like, oh really? How you liking so far? I think I shouldn't have told him that I hate unloading trucks. I think I should have told him that, because he kept asking me what is my name and stuff like that. So I don't know if he put that. Okay, this is feedback. This person doesn't like. I don't know, but I decided not to overthink that. But anyways, the only break I had was when the first few days I got hired, and that was him giving us a break. That was the only break I had this entire time. These 9 months of me working here. It's about to be 10 months now. But yeah, all these 9 months I've been doing the bare minimum. And taking every off day I could. But now I've decided I need more money. This is 9 months beer. I know how the work is. It's very physical. I'm pretty used to it. I've done a few things. I've lifted the heavy boxes. I've done stuff off the conveyor. I think I know what I need to do now. So it's time for me to double that work now. Yeah, so in conclusion, I'm going to work a double shift. I'm going to work 10 hours. The only break I'm going to have is likely going to be 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes, which is terrible. This one little break, and that's just me switching to a different sort. That's all. So yeah. And the thing is, our locker is not even in the building. It's outside the building. I have to go outside the gates and everything, outside, pretty much outside the premises, just to access my phone and refreshing up my mind with all my nerdy junk. That's just the gambit, but that's pretty much. I've already been planning on to do this, to just work double, to try it out. I can't just sit here and complain about me not having money all the time, because I'm very low on money right now. I'm literally on my last $15 right now, and I just got paid a few days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago, and that sucks. And then I have a lot more bills coming up. I have the phone bill, and then I gotta pay this afterpay thing for these glasses that don't even work. These new glasses I got that don't even work, but that's the thing. So I can't just sit here and mope about all this, and I can't keep borrowing money for these cash advance apps. So I decided, screw it. Let me just work a double. Let's try it out. I've worked 10, 11 hours before. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. And I think it's time to make this permanent now. Time to go full time, because I can't sit here and work 19 hours and expect to do something. So yeah, in conclusion, I've decided to work double 10 hours at this warehouse. I'm gonna try and do it through the whole entire week. So far, my plan is to only do it for today and tomorrow. Work double for today and tomorrow. I'm pretty sure the manager here would be surprised to see me again. And then the young coworker too also will see me again. He's like, "Hey, what's up? What you doing here?" And all that stuff. So yeah, and the nail in the coffin, I'll say that I have decided to work here again. Oh, cute couple, cute young couple. But yeah, and then also the nail in the coffin, I decided to do this is because I had a dream. I literally woke up from my dream 2 hours ago that I decided to do this. So my dreams tend to influence my life choices sometimes. So yeah, all right, that's pretty much it. I decided to do a double. Work 10 hours. I decided to double my hours. I'll say it that way. So yeah, because I gotta do what I gotta do. This account ain't the same. And then coworker, he telling me, if you really want it, you gotta go get it, Ray Marco. And then have you done any of the advice I gave you as far as getting female and stuff like that? I was like, nah, you have to want it, Ray Marco. He's right. That was the Tyrone coworker who said that. You have to really want it, and he ain't wrong. So like I said, I just decided to make a sacrifice and decided to get my ass up and work. Work harder, just the way it is. Look, even though I personally feel working harder ain't gonna get nowhere, but I'm just saying, it'll get me a little somewhere at least. It's progress. That's the way how I'm seeing it. So that's pretty much the gambit, And then my Six Flags bill's coming up, so I can't just, like I said, just millions of times, I can't just sit here and do the bare minimum and expect the desired outcome. It's unfortunate that I indeed gonna have to use this app again, and then it's getting warmer again, so I need to do Uber again too. I'm about to really start doing Uber again, that's for sure. Specifically on my off days, but that's just the gambit. On work days, I'm just gonna have to double my hours. And off days, at least one of those days, I need to use and do Uber. And hopefully I can make at least $50 during that Uber day. I need at least $50 per Uber day. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then on top of that, I gotta go to Six Flags America. Yeah, in Washington D.C. because that park is closing too. I gotta have at least $400 by the next 2 months. Because they closing in November. They're closing in November. I had all those coasters, and then I need to be able to do this very comfortably. The problem I have as far as the Six Flags America thing is the fact is, I know I'm rambling on. The problem I have with the Six Flags America trip is not necessarily the plane rides or the public transit. It's the hotels. The hotel's the problem. But I think Motel 6 might be able to help me out. Yeah, I think I got yeah, I just gotta save. The point is, I need to save at least $400, and then I need to save up in just in general. So yeah, I cannot miss those roller coasters, especially that one coaster. I think it's Batwing. I don't know if it's called Batwing, but it's a aerodynamics flying coaster. You start by lying on your back, and then as soon as it come off the lift hill, then it turns into a flying Superman position. So yeah, that's it. In conclusion, I'm about to work 10 hours today for the first time at this job. I have to do it. I have to get up, and let's not even talk about the dating thing. I won't go there. But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Wish me luck. Like, comment, subscribe.